Welcome back, Dr. Nicholas Leverett with Revive Chiropractic Centers. And this segment, again, we're talking about automobile accident, vehicle crashes, maybe even injuries that could be sustained at work. So essentially injury. What are some of the things that you can do immediately following your injury? We talked about ice, decreasing inflammation. We talked about stretching. We talked about dry needling. But what I'm going to talk about now is a very, very important and often overlooked aspect, and that is a condition called subluxation. So imagining that you experience trauma, the trauma could be a fall, the trauma obviously could be a car crash or a sports injury. What can happen is these bones, you have 24 bones that go from the top of your spine all the way down to here. These bones can literally get jarred out of place. So for example, if someone were to fall down like this, it can cause their spine to shift over in this manner. Or if they were to get hit in an automobile from a rear end collision in an automobile accident, it can cause the head to whip back like this and then whip forward and then back again. Regardless of what the injury is, what can occur is this condition called subluxation, which is misalignment of one or more of the bones in your spine. Now, why is this misalignment such a bad thing? The reason why is because the bones are designed to protect the nerve system. And if you watched any of our videos, you know that the nerve system controls and coordinates everything inside of the body. If there's even the least amount of pressure on your nerve system or your nerves here, it can cause ill effects in your body, such as pain, such as headaches, such as low back pain, numbness and tingling, even down into your hands and fingers. So what I'm going to demonstrate here today with my buddy Noah here. Noah, go ahead and jump up on the table for me. I'm going to demonstrate to you how we find the subluxation and also how we correct the subluxation. So I'm just going to take this model and lay it over Noah here so you can see this is kind of what it would look like him lying on the table. So the first thing that we utilize is called palpation, and essentially what we're doing as chiropractors, we're trained to find where the misalignment is or where the restriction is by feeling with our fingers. So if we feel a restriction here, then we make a note to the scribe that's recording the exam findings that there's a subluxation at, say, the first thoracic bone in the thoracic spine. Then we continue the palpation process. Once we've located all of the subluxations, which I have done with this patient, we go ahead and perform a very specific chiropractic spinal adjustment. So what that looks like, and Noah had a subluxation in this area here. What I'm going to do, Noah, is go ahead and ask you to take a deep breath in, and then blow it all the way out. And a very gentle, light pressure is placed into the spine to reintroduce proper motion back into the segment that was out of alignment and it was stuck. Now, questions that we get all the time is, my grandmother was involved in an automobile accident, or she's 75 years old and she may be osteoporotic or maybe have osteopenia. Are you going to press into her spine like that? The answer is probably not. So what we have is an instrument. We actually have several different instruments, and I'm going to demonstrate one of them to you. It's called an activator, and this utilizes speed instead of force. So I can find that same area that may have been restricted, and instead of putting a force into it, we utilize the activator just like that to put speed into it. And the speed of this instrument moves the bone back into place. We have the activator instrument. We have another instrument called an impulse, which can perform the exact same action. So it's very, very gentle, doesn't cause any discomfort, and if you're worried about if this is going to affect your spine in a negative way, then an instrument adjustment is the way to go. So we hope that, as I always say, I hope that you don't get involved in any type of automobile accident or hurt at work or have any type of sports injury or trauma. But if you do, guys, just know that you don't have to suffer, because there are many, many things that can be done. Even if we don't go directly into the chiropractic hands-on adjustment, we can use instruments to assist taking pressure off of your nerve system. Dr. Nicholas Leverett with Revive Chiropractic Centers, finishing up our segment about automobile accidents and automobile trauma. Hope to see you around. Give us a call if you have any questions. Shoot us an email or contact us on social media. Dr. Nicholas Leverett with the Revive Chiropractic Centers.